Hi guys, welcome back, it's Farah and I'm here today. We're going to be doing a unboxing from Hochiki Europe. So I have been in contact with them and the person that responded was Craig. I want to thank him very much for sending this kind gift to me. Now, let's see what's inside. Yes, I did cut open the box, but that's just I don't have to do it on video. Okay, so, of course, lots of bubble wrap. I mean, I like to see that. It means that they take care in what they're sending. So, just preview of the box. Now, what I can see straight away is a wool vad, which I can just tell straight away from how the lens is placed, which is very nice and I'm very appreciative. And from the model number, you can tell it's a white flash since it's a WL, and just the red means that it's just the actual case color is red, and then you have obviously the WB, which means it's a wool beacon. They also supplied kindly a nice red base, no side holes yet punched out. Might have to take care of that soon myself, you know, as I normally do. So, nice wool beacon. Okay, let's see what's next. I think we should do this. So, from the front, very nice. You can tell it's also a beacon. And when we look on the back, it says it's a conventional beacon. It's a CLBE red / white. So I'm going to assume it is, well, I can tell it's a red flash, but I was going to say I can assume it's a red flash. But yeah, it has like red cover lens as well, so you can tell straight away. But yeah, quite nice. Seems solid. Quite nice. I might have to actually use that, which I will probably use it anyway. Then we got this ceiling beacon, well, it can be also a wall beacon. You can get away with this, but yeah. So it's a CHQ CB / WL. So it's a white flash ceiling beacon, which is why it's a CB, not a WB. And I have one outside my shed actually. They're very nice and very bright. Do recommend these. Obviously, I don't think Hochiki would be sending me new items. They might have sent me a couple. But yeah, I asked for some old products that they don't need, or demo products, which you can tell a bit, but I'm quite happy with it. I'm not complaining. Then obviously you got a nice wool sounder. Just by looking at the LEDs, I can tell it's a white flash. And it's a sounder. So, same thing as before with the wool beacon. Nice red base. And when you look on the back, you can see the model number, which is a addressable wool sounder beacon. It is a CHQ WSB2 WL. So yeah, WL white flash wool sounder beacon 2, which means it's a newer generation wool sounder beacon. So when you're programming it on the panels, it will pop up as a WSB2, which means it's a wool sounder beacon, not just a normal wool sounder like the one I have up here, if you can see. Yeah, so that one is just a WSB, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so if I point down the camera again, but yeah, quite nice. Thank you for this as well, Hochiki. Okay, so here we have a sounder beacon base, or a sounder vad base as you may want to call it. It is a YBOBS 2 WHT, so white, so I'm guessing that just means the cover is white. And then it says /RWY, so I'm guessing it's a red flash. So that's interesting. might have to go in the garage. Definitely will use this. And then we've got a second one, which is a white flash, which I can just tell from the LEDs. If you look at them, you can tell the difference. So this is a YBOBS2 WL, sorry, WHT/WL, so yeah, it's a white flash. Very nice. Also, a detector with a nice Hochiki addressable base is a nice multi-sensor. It's a ACDEN, so that means it's a smoke and heat multi. So yeah, you got the thermistor on both sides, which is done to avoid false alarms. So when you're actually testing it, you need heat on both thermistors to actually activate it. So one here, one here. If you can just see it underneath the light. But yeah, you've got an LED here, so like 360 LEDs, so you can see it from any side. And yeah, very nice. Okay. Then if we look further in here, we have two modules. So this one's a CHQ DZM SCI IS, which means it's a dual zone monitor with short circuit isolation. So here you've got the addressing, what do you call it? Addressing things, DIL switches. You've got loop in, loop out terminals. You've got 24 volt out, 24 volt in, so you can put it through from the panel just as like extra power supply. So if you have too many devices on a loop, like output devices, a loop is only actually meant to handle so many loop devices before it can't supply enough current for it to function properly. So that's when you need to run extra 24 volt cables from the actual fire panel to the devices. So yeah, two zones, two outputs. By the output it means like sounder outputs. So I'll definitely be using this, probably in the garage as well. So I'll move my single zone monitor out here so I can run a outdoor conventional heat detector, the waterproof ones. I can't remember the model number off by heart, but yeah. And then this will go in the garage, and then we can have a conventional sound in the garage. So thank you for this as well, Hochiki. Very much appreciated. Okay, and the last I/O module is a CHQ DRC2 SI. So isolator again, which you can tell by the SCI, and it's a double relay one input unit. So you've got the DIL switches again for the address, the two terminals for loop in, loop out. And what I like most about Hochiki modules is how they have like a slightly see-through front area. So if you run the cables nicely, you can actually look into these, and it looks quite nice actually, like very aesthetically pleasing. So yeah. Okay, what have I got next? So they also gave me one of these keychain fire alarm pull stations. Now, from what I can tell, these are normally meant for like Japan or China, pro Japan, which you can tell by the writing. I cannot read that for the life of me, but it looks really awesome. So, yeah. So it looks like you can pull out the tab, pull this, you know, reset it, and so on. So when we take this out, it's like this, yeah. Hochiki branding, lovely. And then on the back, obviously you've got like the pull tab, so you can remove it, and then when you pull this, very nice. Makes quite a nice sound. You know, American alarm, obviously, not European, but very grateful for including this Hochiki. Quite a rare thing to have. I'll definitely be putting this on my keys. Like I can tell you now. Thank you, Craig, really much. This is really cool. Then also something, maybe not Hochiki branded, but a nice charging cable, very professional. So yeah, so as you can see, very nice. And it's like magnetic as well, because look, see, magnetic, very nice. Thank you for this as well, Hochiki. I do appreciate it. Nice charging box as well, so very much appreciated for that as well. But I don't think I'll be using the box. So nice poster cable as well. Thank you very much, Craig. From Hochiki. Notepad, very nice. I'll be definitely using this for my notes. Obviously, Hochiki branding on top. You know, the paper seems very nice, thick quality as well. So it doesn't seem like it would be like those bad pages that just like leak through pen ink and whatever. Pen also Hochiki branded, and it's going for like a nice modern theme. So yeah, I think they went very successfully with the theme. Definitely shows innovation for the future. And for those that don't actually know why they have like things like this in Japanese, is because Hochiki is actually like a Japanese brand. So that's an interesting fact. Ooh, fancy booklet. So you got a ADC multi-sensor with CO model selection guide. Very fancy. Wait, so does this mean this could be a, because this is a ADC-EN, so this could actually be a CO multi-sensor. Ooh, fancy. I need to put some research into that. Because I've got another one that's used, that I definitely know is one, but you know. So, first page, we've got something like this, which is a, okay, model key, which tells you what you would really want in any of these places. So let's say it is a corridor hallway. So at night it shows, I'm guessing it's in Fahrenheit, so 82 Fahrenheit day, 83 Fahrenheit night. But let's say we go to a workshop. Changed a bit. Electrical room, not much change. But then we go to care homes, so 99 and 8D, which is, I think, yeah, it's referring to all of this. So it's not actually Fahrenheit. So you have which detectors they advise you to use for that type of room. Okay, that's really neat and fancy. That will be definitely something I'll be using. So, you got contents. Introduction to ADC, model table, smart algorithm, 9A mode, 9B mode, 80 mode, 81 mode, 82, 83, 84. Well, not 84, 87, 88, 89, 8A, 8B, 8C, 8D, 8E, 8F, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 9C, 9D, and notes. So 30 pages. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, when you go to program a fire panel, if you look, it will say all these different modes, and that little selection thing is supposed to help you decide what you're supposed to be using, like which mode. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, I'm liking this. You got the smart algorithm, explains how Hochiki detectors self-adapt like over time, where they like increase their sensitivity to like help with contamination, to like decrease likelihood of smoke detectors and heat detectors not working in real conditions and whatever, which is really good because you get some other brands that don't actually do such things, such as a smart algorithm that helps it detect more accurately and prevent false alarms. So obviously you got applications and whatever. So here it explains like the application for each of these kinds of modes. So yeah, this is very nice. And a notes page, very useful. But yeah, I'll be using this. Thank you very much for this, Hochiki. That's awesome. Very, very kind of you to include. Okay, so we've got a BS 5839 Part 1 2025. Understanding the section and regs. So talks about fire alarm detection categories, conventional versus addressable, zone plans, SCI and zones, and critical signal paths. So you want to have isolators technically like loads in a loop, because the more you have, the better chance there is, the less devices will actually be damaged if there's a short circuit in a thingy, in a loop or detection circuit, which could like help you knock out less of a fire detection loop, which is like very critical. So yeah, here you've got sounder eggs, like what height they should be, what should be the sound level, how much sound is lost for a fire door and a normal door. You got visual alarm devices, so VADs, manual call points, like very quick guide to detector spacing and whatever. No, this is like actually very useful. Like imagine having just this pocket guide, take it out to site, used anywhere. Hochiki, you have really spoiled me. I'm really happy with this. So here it says how you should place detectors next to doorways and whatever. So like in between, not far away. If you got like only L5 and P2 coverage. But yeah. Here it shows how the smoke detector chamber is just 25 millimeters between 25 and 600 millimeters. Millimeters, there we go. And same with heat detectors, because like the regs say how detectors must be like should not be less than 25 millimeters below a ceiling. So that's what it's talking about. Okay, so you got heat detector and the settings and multi-sensors, then you got video fire detection and all sorts, base wiring, and what do you call it, Hochiki fire detection product ranges. So yeah, and other things. Very nice leaflet, I must say. Product guide from Hochiki. So you got the ESP addressable range, the CDX, which is conventional, LHD, which is linear, heat detection, Echo, which is the wireless bit of Hochiki kit that goes on a ESP loop, I'm pretty sure. Then you got Firelink, high sensitivity smoke detection. You got ancillary equipment, beacon variants, and whatever. So it goes into depth with ESP addressable range. So detectors, beam detectors, bases, sounders, VADs, everything. Then you got modules, input output, DIN rail mounted, everything. Call points, and then the handheld programmer. It's very useful. I've got one myself, very nice, very solid as well. Then you go into conventional detection, so you got obviously all the different detectors like SOC, which are smoke, you have DCD, which are heat, DFJ, another type of heat. You've got the DFG, that's what I was going on about, the DFG 60BLKJ, which is the one that I'm planning to put outside, where we keep the firewood, because it's like, what do you call it? Because it's flammable, obviously. You've got range of conventional IR detectors, so infrared, beam detectors, bases, isolator bases, sounder bases, sounder beacon bases, wall sounders, wall sounder beacon bases, wall sounder beacon base, not bases, wall beacon sounders. You got the cool points, fire bell, and yeah. Then you go on to linear heat detection, echo wireless products, so expander, translator, detectors, and whatever. Then you got the high sensitivity smoke detection, so that's like sampling tube detection and whatever. And yeah, okay. I don't want to bore you guys too much, but yeah, got even more. So ESP intelligence range overview. So you got a big leaflet, like can't fit it. It's like 3 A4 pages. So you got system tailoring, programming, approvals, and everything. You've got the range of Hochiki ESP devices, and these are very nice, I must say myself. So that's another thing. Look at this, guys. Oh my god, so much. So then you got ESP intelligent device matrix. So it tells you how many meters away what sound level would happen, like audio loss in their sounders. Then you got like a massive table of devices with the names, colours, and then what kind of environments they're for, so approvals, IP ratings, special variants, volumes and tones, sound output at 1 meter, tone frequency range, sound levels, beacon flash frequency, suggested bases, optimal products. So yeah, this is useful as well. Very useful, because like when you're trying to decide products to install, I mean, things like these are like the most interesting and useful things you can get on the market. Like if you get one of these, genuinely, they can help you so much out in like a design stage, because different rooms require different frequency, tones, and whatever. Same with sites. Then we got the system catalog, the EN range, which is very smart. So I'm pretty sure they partnered with Kentech, because that looks like a Kentech Tactis, and they rebranded it to Latitude Analog Addressable Fire Panel, which look very nice. Their touch screen, you know, it says all the features and whatever. Sorry if I'm like showing it badly, but doing my best. You've got the latitude view, so you got like, you can make room zone plans and connect it to the fire panel, and then when a detector goes off, it will show you which detector went off in what room, with an accurate zone map. The modules you can get for these panels, and all sorts. It's really nice, this leaflet, but I have like no time to like go over it, because we will be sat here for an hour, like a good hour. So we got then a Echo hybrid wireless fire alarm range overview. So same thing as before with ESP. So it tells you a bit about it. So like advanced mesh technology, so they communicate within each other. So like that, device to device, and to translate and to expander. So yeah, you can connect it up to a normal addressable Hochiki loop, and to work perfectly fine. So it's like EMS fire cell for an Apollo loop, but this is for Hochiki. And yeah, so device catalog. These detectors look smart though, I must say. Same with the sounders, no complaints really. Hochiki do make very good quality products. Then you got the CDX range, conventional devices, obviously. So sounders, detectors, cool points, all sorts all the goodies. It talks about like false alarm reduction, benefits, and whatever. Honestly, Hochiki's a good brand. So if you were gonna pick a brand, go for Hochiki. They're very solid. They work well. I've installed Hochiki and had it for the past 2 months. No issues compared to Gent. Gent, I had other issues. Apollo, I had 2 false alarms within 4 months. But you know, also then I had like a MX Pro 4, so now I have a Advanced Go, so it's completely different. You've got all the different features of the latitude panel. You've got, yeah, it just goes on about the latitude fire panel. These are very nice. I might have to get one day, actually, to be fair, to try. So yeah, I think that's the future plan. But yeah, so this is what I've gotten from Hochiki, which I really do appreciate. So thank you very much, Hochiki. Thank you, Craig, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you guys. Bye.